So good morning to all. So yesterday we started a new chapter cyber ethics and we already cover privacy. So today's topic is fraud activities. So fraud committed using the internet is called online fraud. So there are too many fraud activities are there. So it is online fraud. So which means that online fraud activities. So it is mainly classified into three types of activity that is considered as online fraud activities. First one, non-delivered goods. Second one, non-existent companies. Then third one, stealing information. And last one, fraudulent payment. The first two things is related to the company, which means that non-delivery of goods means, for example, if you ordered one product, assume that that product is not delivered. So this is one type of online fraud activities. Second one, non-existent of companies. So there are too many companies are there, fake companies. So if you order by using that company, maybe that company is not exist. So such a type of fraud activity is called a non-existent of company. The last two types. So last two types means stealing information. Stealing information means using any one of the person's identity. So any others use that identity to purchase something. So like the stealing of information means include credit card frauds. So last one, fraudulent payment means identity theft. It is considered as identity theft. Identity theft means nothing but the it is called the stealing someone else's online identity, such as email ID, social media handling, and then all others post like post any malicious post like that, rumors, or which means simply which it is how it is defined means using your identity, so others post something on the internet. So here we can this is the main four different type of fraud activities, so we can study detail here. So look at that here. We already discussed the first two types are related to companies only, company bodies only, which means that a non-delivery of goods and non-existence of company. But the last two things, uh, it is uh, it is very difficult to identify that last two things, which means that identity theft and credit card frauds. Credit card frauds means the using the credit card details of other users, which means stolen, and it is used to carry out some other payments, which is called credit card frauds. Identity theft means stealing someone else's online identity, such as his or her social media handling, email ID. Then it is used to fraudulent post or post some other malicious messages on the internet. So these are the main four different fraud activities on the internet. I mean, how to stop that? So that's we need to study how to stop that, or how to measure to stop this fraud activity. The first things, a monitor official body that ensure the sanctity of information, the e-companies and the delivery of goods and service, which means that every company there is should be a monitoring body. So that body is always monitoring what all things happening on that company. So a monitoring official body should be there. Second one, it used the strong security mechanism. So we already discussed about two security mechanism in the previous things, padlock and HTTPS. Then the last one is officials guidelines and safeguards on selling the users data to third parties. Third party means our data, it is used by that applications, that is called third party. So in the previous year we already studied third party cookies. So our online activities are stored on some cookies, that is called third party cookie. So while using that data to any third party application, so it should provide some safeguards. So these are the main three ways to stop these fraud activities. So then next we need to study ensure safe site while entering the crucial information. So this is same as the previous one. how to ensure that we are using a safe website. So by using what, HTTPS instead of HTTP we are using HTTPS. Here look at that, first one we are using simply HTTP, so there is no padlock symbol, which means that connection is not secure. So this connection is not secure, but here look at that, we are using HTTPS, so that's why one padlock symbol, connection is secure. So if you can use the HTTPS and padlock symbol. So then first one it is type the URL. So this is important, type the URL, which means that do not click on any link. So no need of cut and copy paste the link. So you can just type on that URL. For example, if you want to access any website, you can type that address, means URL we already study the address of a website. So that URL you can just type, no need to click. So there are too many fraud links are there. So if you click on that link, we may go to different sites and a chance to lose our personal data. So no need to, this is underlined thing is important, do not click on a link. So do not cut and copy. So type the URL, that is important, type the URL. So no need to cut and copy, no need to click. Then second one, use HTTPS, no need to use HTTP and padlock symbol. So here HTTPS :// the URL means it is a secure connection. So secure connection means we already studied that it is an encryption. So in the padlock symbol means all data transfer from the sender to receiver should be encrypted. So these are the main things we need to study related to fraud activities. So we already study fraud activities for type non-delivery of goods, non-existing company, stealing information and fraudulent payment. First two things related to companies and company body. Second two things means credit card frauds and fraudulent payment. Identity theft. So we already studied what you mean by identity theft, means using someone other's identity, then any others take that identity and do some illegal activities. Credit card fraud means using others credit card details, do some payment activities. So then we study how to measure to stop this fraud. First one, we need to, the company should be, there should be a monitoring body, then it use a strong security mechanism, then there should be guidelines for selling the data to a third party site. So then we study two different methods to ensure that we are using safe browsing, or we are ensuring the safe site. First one, no need to click on URL, no need to cut and copy, just type the URL. Second one, use HTTP and use HTTPS. This much only. So hope you understand this class.